Yay! I get to commentate bronze. Yay! Okay, we have Marigio versus Saul. Saul's building GTR. If I remember correctly, I think that I did praise Saul's understanding of chains. So we can see that Saul's getting a little faster and more confident. However, Marigio is the death by 1,000 two chains guy. And we have an all clear start, which I don't think is going to be fun. And they both send two chains, so net zero. Keep wondering if I should start playing in these again. So Saul has a 3-chain. I wondered if he was gonna pop the reds instead of the blues, but he extended off the blues. Having the red on top, if he puts the red on top of those blues, actually, he just doesn't have time to continue chaining. If he put the two reds on top of the blues, it would have connected down to the bottom chain, so it would have been an efficient dig. Marigio tends to do so well because a lot of people do get flustered when they get garbage drops. However, Marigio has acquired an all clear, so unless that unless that offsetting chain was like locked and loaded, there was really nothing Saul could do about that. And now we're in the realm of the world of two chains. Two chains! The 3-chain from Saul. Saul's gonna want to pop that 3-chain as well. And that's gonna take it. Marigio had a pretty high column 3, so. Okay, well, now I'm learning something. There really is an all-clear start for Puyo, which is typically in the domain of like, people who play Tetris, which I think is really interesting. Although I think that Saul kind of burned through a lot of their pieces by throwing them out to the side. So that's going to require a little bit more craftiness with the pieces. However, Marigio sent a 4-chain, so that's going to severely limit Saul's ability to respond, and Marigio's going to take that one. Unfortunately, Saul, it serves you right for using Schezo. Saul opts to finish off the main chain with the greens instead of cleaning up the base, puts the double greens in the column 3. I mean, it ends up working out. Well, it's not enough to kill, but it does force an early mid-game. Saul's got a pretty strong follow-up with the 4. But they're gonna need just a little bit more to be able to finish that one out. Saul is wasting a lot of pieces, though. not opting to take some of these extensions, not knowing what to do with these excess yellows and purples. What you do with them is you have to build something else, just in the meantime. In the meantime, Marigio sets off that 3-chain. That's gonna block off a little bit of the thing that Saul was attempting to build. Power 3 is going to give him a little bit of wiggle room, and then he's going to finally dig back down to that tiny little main chain that he'd been working on, and that's going to take it for Saul. Certainly could be a more efficient chainer, but it's not the most important thing in the world. I mean, there's only so much you can do for efficiency at this skill level. Marigio has a very strong harassment coming. If Saul can prepare for it, Saul gets the 8-chain off. There's nothing Marigio can do to respond to that because they just don't have enough resources. So Marigio just starts to top themselves out.
The day is mine.
Marigio gets a lot of mileage out of early pops. However, I don't think that Saul exactly knows how to play around garbage. High stacks are part of doing it, but like placing the purple on top of that red, on top of that garbage, it's not quite the way to do it. Saul's able to counter with that 4, dig back to the main chain. But now here comes the stun lock. Saul's not going to want to overcommit too much to anything. Power 3 from Marigio. Has room to extend that 2-chain. Single line of damage doesn't do a lot to block off Marigio, but if Saul can build more vertically, more damage-resistant builds, that would certainly play out more in his favor, especially as margin time starts to kick in. You really don't want to be getting buried too badly. Saul gets off that 4-chain, so that's definitely going to counter the 3. Follow up 2, just to get the stun lock out. Doesn't really have a place to put those blues. Really close to the top of that column 3, but it's able to get off the 4-chain. So the 4-chains are getting more consistent, I'm noticing. Marigio's able to offset pretty much all of that damage. Margin time is really starting to ramp up. That 3-chain is going to be probably unintended, but very, very good. It's going to do a lot of damage, seriously affect Marigio's ability to respond. Responds with another 2-chain, Saul does. They've got one right back, an even more powerful one. And so yeah, these are the kinds of games that you can expect from Marigio if you don't pretty definitively finish them off with a chain. Very, very fast, like the stun lock strategy. They're very long and drawn out games as a result of it. So Saul might want to build chains a little bit higher than what they're doing right now. That was a very good 2-chain response. It's like quick, very effective. We have the yellows. Saul really wants some blues. Gets the blues. Holds out for those reds to get the 6 chain out. That's going to take it pretty definitively.
The day is mine.
So essentially when you're fighting against Marigio, you have a win condition, and that's 6 or higher. You know, ideally you want to be able to, you know, do like 8s consistently, which I don't think is like the worst thing in the world. Saul throwing a lot of pieces into that column 3. Pieces that he most definitely could use to build upward and build a chain. I mean, I get the tendency to do that, but it's not the most effective thing to do. Saul also splitting a lot of Puyos. It's going to slow down the efficiency a little bit. Marigio gets that 4 chain. It's going to take it from Marigio.
I've been finished.
See you next time. Alrighty. Time to shine. Submission.
Sorry, I went completely silent. This is kind of like,
Where's the love?
expected.
Where's the love?
That was pretty,
Matt.
pretty swift. Swift, decisive play from Saul there. Just a strong 5 chain before Marigio has time to get the harassment out. Marigio tends to build very vertically. Really hoping, so gets that 3 chain because of the vertical build. Saul working on filling out their base. That's going to cost them in terms of efficiency. Those blues are still open though, so Saul's going to be able to get that 4 chain in response. Very good garbage build. Opposite set off that 2 chain. That should get it. Really, really close to the top. If Saul can column 3 this by getting a definitive response, really, really wants those greens, gets the greens. Unfortunately, Marigio's no longer close to the top, but they send a powered up 4. That's going to take it. That's going to be match point. Saul's going to take that round 1. Congratulations.